See,
What's happening, man?
good dog, man. Chilling, man. Just trying to get in contact with the legend, man. You feel me? like, let's dive right into it, man. I was
Who
just,
is that legend that you speak of?
bro. What you say?
I said, who is that legend that you speak of?
The guy that produced Yawoa, man. I swear.
Amen. No. Let him
Yeah, that's
become a
listen,
legend in Jesus' name.
that's R&B's hit song right now, man. Like, don't be dumbing yourself down. Don't be dumbing the shit down. Like, it's not some big deal, dog. Like, this shit is streaming. This shit, when did this shit drop? It didn't even drop too long ago, man.
Um, well, 2 months in about 2 weeks, so a month and a half ago.
Yeah, guys, this shit is streaming, dog. And like, it's crazy, man. Like, also on Down For You produced it, like, you co-produced it with the guy. Like, tell me how that works.
Yeah, co-produced with Type A.
Yeah, tell me how that works. Like, what would you do, like, to co-produce in this beat?
Most times, at least, most recently, if I'm co-producing with somebody, usually the beat comes in. This one particularly started from him. He went in with Aramide and they created a couple of stuff. And he had just put down a couple of ideas.
Yeah.
So it came in and then we started to write this song. You know, one of the writing sessions, Boy Breed was in the studio as well. So when the song kind of formed up, or as it was forming up, I was adding stuff to the music. So when we were done recording, I sent it to Type A. He added some more stuff too, and then we now balanced out. You know, usually you don't end up needing everything that you put into a track because you don't want to choke the track up. So we just did the final piece of the song. So that's how co-production goes for me these days. Very rarely, because a lot of times I'm in different places than most of the people I'm collaborating with. Very rarely are we in the studio at the same time.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, like, the whole process. Like, are you in the studio with these people? Do you actually record these songs, or you just like bounce like beats and like you just end up because like this, man, you're literally you produce Forever alone and you produce Yaowa alone. So I'm guessing you just sent her the beat or you did the whole session. Like, how did that work for you?
Oh no, I track all her sessions. As much as I can. Because the production process is not just the beat. You know, there's a lot of vocal production that goes into the work as well. So I prefer to be in the studio, tracking the vocals with the artist.
I'm sure you do.
But sometimes you can't do that. Like
exactly, you can't do that all the time.
With Davina's project, and that should be out in a couple weeks. I've never met Davina in my life.
Yeah.
So all that was done through bouncing music. You know, she would send an idea, make a beat to it if she's feeling it, and we kind of talk about where the song is going, and then she records a demo, sends over, then we tweak the demo. And by the time we get to the point where we're comfortable with the song is, then she goes in and cuts the final vocal. So that happens quite a bit these days because a lot of the people you want to work with are too far away.
Yeah.
And sometimes they might not even be too far away, but you can't just get the scheduling right.
Now you form in studio guy, man. That's why I'm asking you these questions. You form as a one track vocals fast, man.
And that's because one, where we started from at that time, man, 10, 15 years ago, you didn't have a choice. You literally had to be in the studio with the person.
Yeah, but you have to evolve now, but clearly you're evolving.
No, I am evolving. I'm evolving, but the truth about the matter is the magic is just different.
It's different. No, that's why you record. I can tell you. Did you record all 5 songs on the EP?
Yes, I did.
That's cold, man. That's cold. Like I'm even scared to play the EP because I'm trying to, profit off of this video. Cause I don't want copyright claims. Like, man, I can't. YouTube will flag this shit. But yeah, man, like this shit is smooth, dog. Like, and it's just like it feels like perfect timing, man. Like I always knew some shit like this would happen, man. Like I'm excited for your music, dog. Like
Nice, nice.
bro, like this shit is real, man. You've been working, man. Like he always shows up. Like that's the thing about working. Like you can't deny that shit. If you're working, it will
Right?
show up, man. And just man, dog. I don't even know what to
Hopefully
say.
it all pans out.
Exactly. Like and it doesn't even seem like you're the blowing guy, man. This is just your life, guy. Like you're just this producer on beats, man. Like I don't know how to explain this shit. Like
Yeah.
man, and that's how I want to be too, dog. So I look up to you, real shit. Like I always want to be real.
Well, I appreciate
I
that.
always want to be like, man, dog. No, real, man, dog. You play yourself down too much, man. But you know what? I guess other people are supposed to do it for you, man. I guess that's how it works.
Well, the truth about the matter is, like you said, if you put in the work, it always shows up
Yeah,
eventually.
yeah,
But then the mindset for me is, I understand it's very easy for a creative to get in his own way by believing his own hype.
yeah,
So it's a trick I'm playing on myself. It's not like I don't know what we're doing is dope and all, but
yeah,
it's the trick where I just, kind of just clip my wings from time to time and be like, this is
yeah.
not why
You
you
have,
started
you
this
have to
thing.
you have to do that as a great person, man. Cause like it's on
Yeah.
to the next. Like you just have to know how to do that, man. I guess it just varies from like how people do it because there's some people that brag and they can actually like back up the talk, and there's people like just don't even say shit, and they're the deadliest motherfuckers, man. So it just feels
Yeah, and those people who can brag and back up the talk, every single one of them eventually believes their own hype. Every single one of them.
so you don't feel like you ever get to that point where you start believing your own hype.
I don't want to, because earlier on I've gotten to that point where I felt like I was better than I really was. The truth of the matter is, you're never as good as they say, you're never as bad as they say.
Yeah,
So it's finding that middle ground where you appreciate what you're doing. However, you don't over appreciate it and think that, oh, like the world won't survive if you don't contribute to
that's
it.
some real talk right there, man. I swear,
So
that's
it's
game.
the middle ground for me, because I just want to keep myself. I would rather feel like I'm not there yet, so I'll keep working.
Yeah,
That way, I stay ahead of the curve. I'd always be doing stuff that excites me, because that's why I started this in the first place. If I never get to make big money from this, that's fine. I'm still going to keep doing it. And I want to keep doing it and keep improving and keep
yeah,
getting better. And
yeah,
at
yeah.
least for me, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, the easiest way to keep myself working and improving is by making sure I don't believe my own hype.
Yeah, I
And
guess
that's
that's the
about it.
mindset, man. That's the mindset you just like keep, man. That's just great because like, and it's beautiful because all you were trying to do is just wake up and do this shit. That's all,
Yeah,
like, man, happiness in it.
exactly. And not that it's some altruistic stuff. We definitely want to make impact on the industry and on the world by by having achievements and all, but it's the odds are stacked in the favor of those who just put their heads down and work.
Yep.
It's literally impossible. Like, the whole world will have to be against you for you to put in the work and for it to not make some sort of progress.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So
So
it's almost like
I
a
just want to double
formula,
down
man.
on that.
I swear, it's almost like just like a formula, man. You just like
Hmm.
do the work and it's a payoff. Like you can't substitute that.
Yeah,
What else are you going to do? Are you not going to do the work? Like
exactly.
so, you might as well just do it and just see where it leads, man. But yeah, let's talk about this whole Nigeria shit, man. I told you, man. I feel like Nigeria is not even mainstream yet, man. I really
I might be able to see where you're coming from,
yeah
but I've been paying attention, to the impact Nigerian music has had or has been having on the world. Far back, let's say 6, 7 years ago, I've been like, okay, I can see certain Nigerians in the UK scene, in the US scene, in the French scene, in the German scene, and very few of them were very loud and proud to be Nigerians, But then, oh my guy, everybody that even has 1% Nigerian in their blood now, they
Okay.
just put it in their music. Little Sims project
It's why
just
you have conversations,
dropped
dog. That's
last
what
week.
they're talking about. Because what you're saying is 100% correct, man. It's almost crazy.
Yeah,
Like in LA right now, almost like there's so many Nigerians in the world, and a lot of us left Nigeria. So like
yeah,
when me I'm
and
coming,
are living.
groundswell has not exactly the groundswell has not even started because there's so many Nigerians in different
Mm-hmm.
parts that are just dope at what they do that is going to everything is going to come to the forefront. I mean, Whiskey and Thames, all that they're like the leader. Like, okay, that's cool. They know that, yeah, you're Nigeria.
Yeah,
But like Nigeria has not even scratched the surface, man. In terms of like glory, oh my god, like there's people like me.
there's definitely levels to it.
I swear.
But what I meant by Nigeria being mainstream is that now it's part of your selling point, even on the international scene. As soon as you can actually just put in that, oh, I'm African, I'm not only African, I'm Nigerian, and this is not even just on the entertainment level,
Yeah.
like in tech, in other forms of business. There's just Nigerians
Nigeria, man. Nigeria is just cool.
every.
Even in Nigeria, like Nollywood, like it's basically Hollywood, right? Like they just been, but like in the world, in terms of like the whole world, yeah, I feel like we still have a little catching up to do, man.
We will.
We
It,
definitely,
it was
it's
it
inevitable. Like,
was just a contrast between, say, 7 to 10 years ago, where a lot of Nigerians were even trying to hide the fact that they were Nigerians, and now
exactly.
you get
It's
the
definitely,
jump is so far, and I'm like, this is crazy. Definitely, there's still leaps and bounds that this thing is going to go to. But
yeah.
compared to 10 years ago,
Yeah.
shit is crazy.
Facts. Nah, that's 100% correct, man. Because you're right, man. There's a time where people was like, nah, man, the fuck, I'm not Nigerian, man. Don't call me that. Like,
Like this thing is crazy. Like I'm even thinking back, as close as maybe 4 years ago when I was in school in the Philippines, I'd be around Nigerians. People would ask where they're from, and they would lie. They say they're from South Africa. They're from that. And now everybody and their mama wants to be Nigerian.
I've never shied away from that, man. I've
Yeah,
never ever done that ever.
because and I used to just squint my eyes and be like, guys, like, what's the
It's how
reason
they
for that?
judge you. Like they judge your mindset based on like, okay, you're Nigerian. You only think a certain way. That's a bloody fucking lie. That's why I like
They
it.
lie now.
Hip hop made me realize that you can't think however the fuck you want to think. Like
However,
you can't let anybody tell you, okay, this is where you're supposed to think. Be that way. Like that shit made me like actually start thinking. Like you have to like you have to leave your head, man. You can't just be there like just thinking, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be a sheep, man. I'm not gonna do what I'm supposed to do.
is what it is. You're not tied to a particular behavioral pattern
Yeah,
simply because you're from a particular part of the world.
that's right. They make it like see. But Nigerians are dope though. Like in
Of
terms of
course, they've always been dope, which is why I used to wonder, and I used to be very no, I used to be very weirded out as to why they were not proud of it. I'm like, but you're doing dope shit. Like your ears are working. Compare what you're doing to what other people are doing, and it's pretty much up there. And you don't even have close to half of the resources that those guys have.
guy, I'm serious. Like it's what we made, what we used to make shit work, man. Well, let's talk about the rap scene though. Okay, Afrobeats is cool.
Yeah,
Like, what about Nigerian rap? Like,
Nigerian rap is many thanks to Afrofusion and Afro swing. Nigerian rap is taking on a more palatable form. I just wrapped up a project with the rap duo called Peer Pressure that should be out in a bit, and it was like rap,
Yeah.
but there are strong Afro beats, Afro fusion influences
Yep.
on the music.
That's how I always felt it should be though. Like I feel like if you wanted to really, but like there's hip hop, okay, you can do that, and there's like beats where you could rap. Like I have songs like I have like two songs like that where like you're flowing on an Afro beat. Like even the baby. Have you heard that his remix of Essence?
Yeah, I did.
Like that shit, like man, it's almost like a no-brainer. Now Nigerians are doing it now. Like they're trying to rap on Essence when like you could have just done that easily, but like just be doing that. I don't know. There's something about like Nigerian rap that it's not. It's like they're not open-minded enough to like start.
But you see, this is the thing. In defense of Nigerian rap, right? Nigerian rap in its, let me say, in its maturity is probably just 20 years old. You understand?
Yeah,
Nigerian rap really
it
came into its own, say,
doesn't
early.
it did. I mean, for a certain time recently, right? It doesn't feel like how
Yeah,
hip hop like is continuously growing. Everything is continuously.
yeah,
Feels like it took a dip and it's just a bad dip that is not really, well, I guess according to you it's actually coming back up right now, but like it's that
yeah.
dip.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
The dips are necessary in development of every genre.
yeah,
You're
Afrobeats.
going to have dips.
I've never taken a dip. Afrobeats in
No,
its
it has. Oh,
when
it has.
I was
The
not.
good thing about the dip, right, is that we as Nigerians didn't notice the dip because we always had hot shit here. Every year there's a couple of songs that are hot. So you don't have a bird's eye view. The reason why we might be able to judge rap in Nigeria a little more accurately is because it never really made that big splash. Do you understand? If you just have a handful of guys that made the big splash, and you realize that they kind of were around the same time. There was Rugged Man,
Yeah,
and then M and NATO kind of popped off around within 1 or 2 years of each other.
yeah,
And yeah, and then of course you now have Jags, you now have Ice Prince, which were all, you can lump all of them into the same era.
yeah, yeah,
Then
yeah.
after that, we never really had that. So we can be able to, take a step back and see rap because it didn't make a big splash. But Afrobeats on the international scene, them D'banj and Don Jazzy, they tried, pushed it to a certain limit. It took a dip again. P Square and them tried. He tried. That's, I'm speaking in terms of making it go international now.
The guy that broke through. The guy that's everywhere right now. The motherfucking goat. See, that's why I always respect Whiskey, man. Cause like, listen, so what I was gonna say is, oh man, I love what you thought. Bro, I just blanked out right now, man. But it'll come to me. But no, Whiskey
It
is
happens. It happens.
something else, man. Like, oh my god, like, and okay, no, yeah, I remember what I was gonna say. So, how rap is technically like hip hop, copying hip hop, right? Afrobeat
Yeah,
doesn't have anything to copy outside of Nigeria. That's why Afrobeats can blow up to this level. Like, there's always going to be rap.
that's correct.
Yeah, there's
That's
always
correct.
going to be rap. So what I'm saying is like the only way like Nigerians can compete, right, is skill. That's the only way you can compete. You have to do hip hop with the best skill. If you're not doing it with the best skill, you're just going to be in Nigeria. You're not going to actually make any ways because like
Yeah, and
it's
I think we have.
established, right?
That's correct. Like, rap is a skill first sport,
Yeah,
right? That's for sure. But then there's always going to be a difference between rap skill and, I don't want to call it indigenous rap because everybody starts thinking about rapping in your language. Well, you don't have to rap in your language. I think rap has to be regional for it to actually pop in a scene outside of that scene. So take, for example, the US has regional rap. You understand? If you hear shit from the Bay,
yeah, yeah,
if you're a hip hop person, you can tell, okay, this is shit from the Bay. And I'm just talking. I'll get to the music first. I'm talking about rappers.
Yeah.
If you hear rappers from New York, you're like, okay, this guy is from New York. You hear a rapper from the South, to the point that some people can even tell a Louisiana rapper, can even tell a Houston rapper. So for rap in Nigeria, we have to find that way. And props to Rugged Man M, Nato C, Olamide, Reminisce. These guys are giving us an idea of how we can, make rap niche. You need to rap with dope skill, but it's important that the rap coming out of Nigeria, for the most part, is only understood by Nigerians.
Yeah, but Olamide is like a perfect example because he's not. I don't even consider Olamide like Nigerian, like in terms of making music. Like Olamide is everywhere, but he's not big.
Exactly.
Not bigger than Whiskey, right? But this how he just broke through in his own lane.
He's going to get there.
They don't even talk about Olamide when they're talking about them MI. Like, and MI
he's in a different class. He's in a different class.
He's in a different level. Like MI has not reached what done what Olamide has done. But MI's peak in Nigeria was higher than Olamide's peak. Like as ever.
Well, depends on who you ask.
I guess it depends on who you ask. But if
because Olamide has transcended from being a rapper to just being an artist.
Yeah.
I don't think most people listen to Olamide and say he's a rapper.
One album on Audio Mark, where Scooty is #1. Like that's just like that's so trans. Like it doesn't show up everywhere. Like he's not the biggest, like but he still just makes music that's constant enough and like just unique enough to just have his fan base is crazy. Like his fan base, oh my god.
And there are other people who have been able to carve out it's a little bit bigger than niche, but very niche and specific spaces for themselves. Another person like that is Reminisce.
Yeah.
You understand? Like he's somebody that has been consistent with what he's doing, and he really be on this rap shit.
I won't lie. I haven't heard like Reminisce rap like that, to be honest. I don't even know if I know a song, to be honest.
Oh, well, his most popular rap song currently is Almost 1 times 1,000. You should have seen that around.
No, I've heard people use that as like references, but like I haven't heard the song itself. So I'll
listen to his own. If you see rappers jumping on something, it's because it's dope.
Man, no. I haven't even heard anything about that. Like what I'm talking about is like people on Twitter basically just write Almost times 1,000. I didn't know that it was like a song.
Oh, okay. It is. Go check it out. A lot of people have been doing their own remixes.
But he made the song. He made the first one.
Yes, it's his song. And Reminisce has like rap songs.
No. I'm going, man. I need to go into deep study, dog. Like I haven't even started studying. Like, I listen to people. Like I actually go dissect things. I don't just talk because I'm talking. Like so, it takes time, though. It takes time to listen.
Yeah, it does.
We've been talking about like Kanye West shit. Like I'm still going to. I still haven't gone back to that album, man. But just you must reach the end. Like just get here one time.
No, I'm definitely going to listen to the end. It's and I want to listen actively. It's one thing to just play an album and just be going about your life and be doing other things.
And that's the hard part, man. I'm not trying to play background music. I'm really trying to study what these people are
saying.
So I need to listen actively, man.
Which is why when somehow I got just distracted and I only listened to the first half. When I came back to the album, I started from the top again.
Yeah.
And because I want to try and get what he's trying to do.
Yeah, exactly.
With the music. And currently I have an idea of where the music is going. Listening to the second half would be what will now give me a clear understanding of what he's trying to do. But yeah, as usual, the album is a very Kanye album. There's just certain things you expect from a Kanye album.
Yeah.
Sometimes you love it, sometimes you don't, but you get the point.
Yep.
You get the good thing about music that Kanye makes is you can't say he missed on a song. You can just say it's not your cup of tea.
I swear, that's the
Yeah.
book. I swear, almost every song I want to make, me personally too. Like I want to make it at least a hit to me. You know, I'm not trying.
Yeah.
But yeah, have you listened to?
So not yet. I
Okay.
need to get over this Kanye album first before
I just
I listen to
in between both. It's almost like right now I'm listening to both, right? So I listen to like half of this thing, um, done. Then I listen to like three quarter. I'm almost done with CLB. So like now I'm gonna go, but like the shit is just so and
No, I know for a fact that CLB will be an easier listen.
it's definitely easier. Definitely easier. It's definitely easier.
It's because the music would be a little more conventional.
Yeah, I'm not big a Drake fan, but like Drake is just like he makes music. He knows his fans. And
Yeah, he knows he's a pop star. Drake is not trying to break the world with groundbreaking music.
yeah,
That's what Kanye is trying to do, which is why Kanye might have a couple more misses
yeah.
than Drake would have because he's actively trying to. I'm trying to do something that has never been done before. Drake is like, I just need this shit to slap.
Yeah,
That's all.
yeah.
And you
These songs that he'll just like grab for long periods of time, and he'll just like he's just so like you see he's so good, man. 7 a.m. on Bridal Path, you see 4 a.m. in Toronto. Like his songs are just so very. I don't know. He's very well put together as a rapper, man. He's very.
yeah, because he knows he's a pop star. When you know for a fact that you're a pop star, you don't be taking the kind of creative risks that Kanye and Kendrick take.
Nah, at all, man. He just knows what he's doing. Like it's so, and they
Yes.
argue with that method, man. You don't have to break the world. Like he knows. And now, like he's the most. He broke Spotify streaming records again. Like he holds all the records for streaming, most streamed album in the
He has to.
So like
Drake is the biggest artist in the world, man.
ask that question, like what is people really trying to do? Like are you trying to like make new music and just be in that lane, or you're trying to be like Drake that just know, okay, this is my niche and I'll just like fuck this shit up.
The good thing about being an artist is that it's like a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
You on the one hand you have the extremely you're always experimenting, trying to find new stuff. The risk is high there. Then you have the extremely pop. We already know the formula that works. Let's just be doing that one. You have it on one hand, and at different times in your career you slide in between those 2 points.
Yeah.
Because the truth about the matter is the very experimental people, the more experimental you get, the less likely you're gonna make money from this shit. Right? And then on the other hand, the more um conforming you are to the current trend, the less you're going to stand out, which is also a risk. So you always have to find that perfect balance between the hot shit and then putting in something that is new. Kendrick does a very good job of that.
Yeah.
Even better than Kanye,
I like how you
where
make
he's like,
it because like both sides definitely has a case, you know. And you could
yeah,
be like Kanye definitely leans more to, like you said, more to the side of experimenting, but he also makes music that like, whatever. But Drake definitely knows his niche. So like it's just about like,
yeah.
man,
Drake's niche is everybody.
exactly. Like
So
he's
he's
just
gonna try.
motherfucker put
Kanye is a lot more idealistic.
he's very open-minded about Drake has put so many people on, man. Like Drake is so and they fought him for it, and he's still the one on top. He put so
No, he has.
I saw
In
like
fact,
Block Boy JB right now. Remember that song? Look at
yeah.
where's Block Boy JB right now?
You know the funny thing, I posit that Drake, the particular reason Drake has been on this unprecedented run, because he puts people on.
Facts.
That's why.
Facts. That's a
Because the thing is,
he puts
at some point, you get busy with maintaining the brand. that you don't have as much time to work on the music as you used to have before. You understand?
Yeah.
So if you don't
Yes.
if you don't tap in with the new cats and the shit that they're bringing in,
Yeah.
is sometimes, you know what some guys used to do back in the day, they wouldn't even feature. What they would just do is when they hear that, oh, some hot shit is bubbling up, they would just go and hang with those guys for a bit, sitting on their studio sessions, maybe just do it, give them a verse or something, so that the trade-off is fair, and they just sit in soaking the vibe of those guys,
Yeah.
and they go in and they go and create stuff that maybe doesn't necessarily sound like that new shit, but has elements of that new shit, so that their shit would not sound too far away from it. And Drake is like, man, if I'm going to stay on top, as soon as anybody is coming up with something new, I got to jump on that thing. If not, so the same shit that people were saying that, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. I'm sure he was laughing at them and saying, that's why you people are not hot. You people don't know.
That's why you people are not hot. That's
Mm-hmm.
damn. That's such a man. Have you listened to Playoff Rondo 2?
Pardon?
Have you listened to Playoff Rondo 2?
No, I haven't though.
But you know
I haven't.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You probably don't even know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't. I think I might have seen a banner ad for the project, but I don't know who that artist is.
That's my project, man. It was dropped.
When did it drop?
Like a couple days ago, man. Like August 31st.
Can you imagine? So how can it be that you're on my timeline and I just passively saw it?
Yeah, you saw the cover probably because I posted the cover on Twitter. But like, you say you listen to all my music, man. As soon as it drops, so like
I didn't know. That's what I'm saying. If I haven't listened to any of your stuff, I didn't see it.
I get it. Like it's possible you don't know that, but you made it a point to say that you listen to everything I drop. So I'm just saying, like, if you have to have like a notification or something, right?
I get notifications on SoundCloud. Is the project on SoundCloud?
Yeah, okay. I know why you didn't know that. Because like it didn't drop on the account you're following probably. It dropped on a different SoundCloud. Yeah. So yeah, I get you're a man of your word. I take that back. You just didn't hear it. But I guess I haven't started like promoted it enough, I guess. But no.
Just do it. Don't look at promo as a big thing.
No,
if you
like I know exactly what I'm like. I'm even done.
Just tweet about it.
I'm mentally done with the project. Like I have these things in my mind where like, okay, I do a project, right? I already know what I'm going to do for promo, and that's it. Like it doesn't even streaming is so beautiful. People will catch on me. I'm not even worried about like promoting.
No, they will.
I swear.
But I'm saying you would want the people that's your primary followers, like on Twitter. I know I don't spend a lot of time on Twitter anymore.
Yeah.
But I see your tweets on other stuff,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if I see your tweets on other stuff and I'm not seeing your tweets about your music, you're probably not tweeting enough about your music. That's what I'm saying. So that's the only thing right now. So that the people, there are a lot of people that follow you that won't tell you that, oh, I listen to all your shit.
Yeah, I know, of course.
You understand? But
right now,
if they see
any of the people that listen to my music, like I'm definitely getting streamed on the project, right? But like I don't know who's listening, and that's the beauty of it. I'm not making it to know everybody that is listening. I want it to be so big that like I'll even lose track of that. And that's the whole goal. So
yeah.
And
the most basic thing is to just run your mouth about your project. there it's just that from time to time there's certain projects that you're not necessarily trying to give a hard push. If that's the case, I understand.
At this point, I'm not pushing anything hard. I mean, hard is relative though, because I already know things I need to do that'll push it to the level where I need to. I'm not the kind of person that will like just throw like money on the project and be like, yo.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about money. In fact, these days with up and coming artists, with most of the artists I'm working with are not established artists now. I'm like, before you spend money on promo, exhaust all your promo channels
Yeah,
that
exactly.
do not require money.
You have to be able to promote without like blowing the budget, man. If you don't know how to do that, then you're just wasting your time.
Yeah, you have friends, you have family, you already have fans, even if it's like, peer pressure. I was laughing at them that they have only 17 fans, right? If it's those 17 people
Yeah,
and you talk to them personally and say, please, can you give me one tweet every day
yeah.
for the week after this project drops? Guys, 17 tweets a day, that's minus the 100 you be tweeting by yourself. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, definitely. Like, we see
You
that.
understand?
I need a pro
It's a,
because I'm not good at that shit, man. I used to do it before where like I would like send people my music and be like, yo, like check this shit
you
out.
can't send them, you can't send it how you used to send it that time. There was no personal touch to it. You would just send a link. No, you actually talk to the person. Yo, guy, how far? Yo, babe, how far? I'm putting out a project on this date. Please, I need your support. I will compose a tweet for you. Can you just tweet this tweet once every day for 7 days?
I guess, right?
If
And
you would have to talk personally to them, because if I get a lot of links in my DMs, no context. You just copy the share message from AudioMac or from SoundCloud or from
trust me,
Spotify.
see, that's a very efficient way to get followers. Actually, I used to do it. Like, I'm telling you, like, it's about the effort. I don't have the energy to be talking. Because like what I used to do, right, is like I used to DM people that listen to my music, right, and tell them to like follow me everywhere. So I was literally getting subscribers, followers, and like
You better keep doing that too.
I know
Can't gas out.
too. It's very, but it's work, man. And
It's work.
I mean, I'm
That's
not
for sure.
right now because like I'm definitely working on like music. I'm doing all these other things. I'm doing this podcast. Like I still have to like cut this podcast up. I still have to like post it everywhere. Like there's so many other. You can't complain. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that like that promo time is different. It's different.
It's part of the work,
Oh,
and it's difficult
man.
as an artist that is doing it alone.
Yeah, it's
I understand. It's hard. You
Yo,
get, but then the truth about these things is there's always a way,
it's always
and what you should do is always do what you can. You will never be able to do everything that you're supposed to do, but if you
like this.
do what you can, then do a little more.
I swear. And
And
you have to make money. You have to survive. You have to pay rent. You have like there's so many
all
things.
that stuff. Yeah.
But that like there's just times for everything. But I mean, I already know like if and the way I want to do this like is as independent as possible, until maybe I have to partner up at some point, But like I want to see or I want to learn about the music industry, man. Like I want to know the nooks and crannies, man. Like where I can make the most, And
Yeah.
doing that right now is making music while I'm figuring all this shit out. So the music is always gonna be there. It's not about the music at this point is beautiful. Like I wake up every morning happy as fuck because this is what I do for a living. So it's just a journey, man, and the beauty of it. That's the only like I'm just in this, just trying to figure it out, and like that is just sweet, man. There's no like for me, I don't think there's any like actual thought, man. You can just keep improving until whenever, man. Because I want to do this when I'm like 55, man. I want to be in the I swear, I want to be in the studio somewhere, maybe helping some new artists or something. Like, I want to do this when I'm like old. I'm not trying to just do this shit now. So, and I'm 25 right now. So, like, these next couple years, I already know what I want to kind of do. So, man, these conversations still help me out a lot too, man. Because like, I
Simone.
need to like, get out of your head, man. You can't just be, you can't like, just doing one way. I just just think that that's the way of everything.
Yeah, I feel you, man.
Swear, dog.
Man, my G.
Yeah.
I just pulled over so we could do this.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can do it another time.
Hell yeah, man. I'll let you go, man. Let's do this again, man. I have
All right, man.
Errands, man. Not so you do run errands.
Nice one, my G. Just keep doing what you can and keep finding ways to do a little more than you're already doing it.
Okay. Thanks.
By God's grace, it will. It will pay off at some point. A few days ago, I just some of my guys they finally were able to cash out their first streaming paycheck.
Wow.
It wasn't a lot. It's a little money.
But
you said?
I said it's never a lot at first, man. You have to build it up.
Yeah,
But the fact
but
that
it felt good for them to just get their first money. Like, wow, this is from my music. You understand? The money is nothing to all the other funds they're getting from other places, but then this one was like, wow, this is my music. It can actually pay.
I'd say, yeah, it's the best feeling ever. But yeah, I'll catch you, man. Let's do this again. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what up.